The Canon EF 35mm f1.4 L II USM is a 17 years update from the classic 1998 35 f1.4 L USM. Made to compete on a new market filled with resolution and thirst for optical perfection, nearly invented by the $800 Sigma Art in 2012, this Canon brings a complete redesign and introducing a new optical technology, the blue spectrum refractive optics, to take back the crown as the best autofocus 35 f1.4 lens on the market. At 80 by 105mm of 760 grams of mostly exterior plastics, the first thing we notice on the new EF 35mm f1.4 L II USM is a revamped design. A new ergonomics screw from Canon, made to be smoother and easier to use. Also larger and much heavier than its peers, it feels like a proper modern prime lens, made to accompany large full-frame DSLRs, like the 5D and 1D series. At the front, the manual focusing ring grew at about 33mm when compared to the older 27mm lens, and it's smooth and well damped to use, also precise and sporting the full-time manual. Inside, Canon added its high-performance ring-type ultrasonic AF motor that is still best in class in speed and precision, based on Canon's legacy on the professional market. Just like the older lens, this is as point-and-shoot as it gets, always flawless no matter the contrast situation. It is excellent for journalists and those working in the field, and it almost never fails to lock focus. So it remains the main selling point against any other brand on the market, and Canon's AF just works, the reason to opt for the first party on your kit. And that's it. The final redesign lives on the flushed AF AMF switch that feels smooth and easy to use on the lens side. At the front, the 72mm filter thread is the same as before, now featuring a plastic thread harder to bend in case of impact compared to the older metal piece. The supplied-in-the-box lens hood is now button-tight, easier to mount and unmount from the camera. And the first and last optical glasses are now fluorine-coated, easier to clean against water and oil. Finally, Canon declares a comprehensive weather-resistant scheme over the lens mount, buttons and MF ring. And overall, this was the first good example of a modern Canon L lens. Easy to use, smooth to the touch, made for an even longer lifetime of photography, made for pros and advanced amateurs. With a 14 elements in 11 groups optical formula, sporting 3 extra glasses compared to the older lens, 2 aspherical and 1 UD, Canon's subwave lens coating to deal with reflections, and the novelty blue spectrum refractive optics, an organic goo made to deal with the shortest wavelength, thus reducing axial chromatic aberrations to a minimum. What the EF 35mm f1.4 L II USM delivers optically is, as expected, flawless. This is the real deal. Massive resolution from the f1.4 to f8, no matter the aperture the resolution is the same, well-controlled aberrations, be it chromatic or geometric, invisible on most shots, and Canon's excellent colors and bokeh quality. This is now the lens to beat in optical performance, made to match recent 30 to 50 megapixels EOS digital cameras. There is nothing to be commented on about resolution. From f1.4 to f8, it is hard to notice any difference in details when stopping down, a past prime behavior that now doesn't really translate on high-end, large aperture primes, and a good reason to add it on your kit. If your older lenses, even good primes, show issues when eye open, these recent ones are just flawless from the get-go. The highlights also include the excellent image rendition, now with non-existent vignetting in f2, perfect geometry at all focusing distance, perfect flaring resistance, great to creatively position the light source within the frame, and good to perfect bokeh. Canon newly developed blue refractive optics also make a good job at keeping axial chromatic aberrations to a minimum, affecting just the shortest light spectrum, near the blue tones, focusing it closer than usual despite the spherical distortion, thus eliminating magenta and green fringing. While it is still visible on extreme wide-open, strong-lit images, is a welcome addition to the lens optics, the best performance ever at this spec. The colors are also flawless, saturated, warm, pure, crystal clear, what we expect from a high-end prime lens. And even the bokeh is good looking, despite not being the smoothest. The extra optical pieces made for resolution do take away some of the older lens smoothness, but it's visible only on stupid side-by-side comparisons. So overall, this is indeed the best ever 35 prime lens I have ever used. Easy on your hands, made for a lifetime, with flawless optics. It's easy to recommend if you have the budget. This is yet another highlight of Canon's technology on highly competitive markets. The best performance for a high price. And if you can add it on your kits, you surely won't regret it. So just have fun with yet another great prime, and nice shooting!